Hello, hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. Greetings, Scorpio. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It is June. We are in the middle of it, actually. And today is the full moon in Sagittarius. So I'm going to take a quick look to see that people can, first of all, hear me and see me. If you are right now on the live, if you could just, first of all, in order to participate in the live chat, you just need to be subscribed, and that's 100% free. You just got to hit that subscribe button. And also, just going to wait to make sure that you all can hear and see me okay. I'm getting a playback error. Hey, Miss Bay, can you see me? Because I cannot see myself. You can. Okay, well, I'm not sure what's going on, so I'm going to minimize that screen. Hello, hello. All right, guys. I'm going to go with the fact that you can see and hear me no matter what my equipment says. All right, loves. Whew. So, if you are a new viewer, welcome home. This is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to look at the next 6 months. And right now we are in the energy of a full moon, which is happening right now today. It is June 11th, 2025. And that energy is serving Scorpio in the second house. Now, if you're a Scorpio rising, it's going to be in your second house. If you're a Scorpio Sun, you're still going to benefit from that energy, but that's not where you're going to find it based on your natal chart. So let's take a deep breath. And as always, Scorpio, thank you so much for spending your time and energy with me today. We're going to just take a relaxed approach to this reading and really get our highest and best messages when it comes to our finances, our spiritual and mental health, and our physical health, right? This full moon is really going to shine a light on where it is that you need to make some changes, make some choices, and have some fun in order to bring about that vibration in your life that attracts your highest and best. So hang tight, take a deep breath. As always, have gratitude for the space around you. Say thank you, universe, for showing me exactly what it is that I need to see. Thank you for being ever present in my life. Please show Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus the next 6 months. All right, a few things came out. So let's start here. Also, Scorpio, before I even got started, if you look at the thumbnail, the card that is hard to see there reads choice, and that is number 2. And this full moon's in our second house. So some of you may be at a crossroads when it comes to your finances, accepting a job offer, being between multiple streams of income and determining where your energy is best suited. Hi, everyone. Hi, Susan. Hey, Molly. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. Here we've got the eye of the needle, intentionality, which of course is amazing because I told you that this is about choice. So where you put your energy, where you put your focus is where you will manifest results. That's why it's so important to be mindful of what you say and where your mind travels off to, right? Control your thoughts, and just the mere acknowledgement that your mind has wandered off into the abyss of the negative thoughts, that creates change. So this is number 17. 17 in the major arcana is the star card. We're going to reduce the number 1 of self and the number 7 of knowledge, knowing God's number, right? It's also a very lucky number. It's a number of just a deep knowing, very spiritual, number 7. You take those numbers together, and this is about you knowing yourself to the number 8, right? 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 is a number of abundance. 8 is a number of creation. And it's also the number of birthing through all of your potential into, right, that limitless potential into manifest reality. It is about choices, Scorpio. Where are you putting your energy? The eye of the needle, as you can see right there, is very much shaped like the opening, right? The big V. Life goes through this. So we are going through a process of expansion and contraction, expansion and contraction. just like the birthing process, right? So number 17, we got this last week also, number 45, and this is repairing the veil forgiveness, right? And I always say this looks like the Ace of Wands. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. So repairing the veil, number 45. Let's break that down. 4 is your foundation, but 5 is a number of change. There's disruption. Has your foundation been disrupted? Have you had to make choices you didn't expect out of nowhere? But was it out of nowhere? Have you been wanting change and putting your intention on that? And now there's a period where you're reflecting, right? Because 9 is a culmination of something happening. So, and then we also have a tidy house, clarity and organization. But this again is a number 1. So we've got that theme of you putting yourself first here, because we've got different numbers reflecting back to me that this is a time about yourself, focusing on your needs. Your health has come through our health, Scorpio, because as you know, I'm a Scorpio sun. So our health for the next 6 months is of major priority, Spirit says, especially your mental health, right? Because there's a lot of choice making happening and sudden moves. So for example, this is coming through, you have a partner, your partner gets a career shift, you move because of that, right? It's to your benefit, but unexpected. Page of Wands, literally a move, literally. So, or adventure, you know, moving forward, but this is like seeking. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let me get my cards together. I hope everyone is having an intentional full moon, that you've had some time to reflect today about how far you've come since the new moon in Sagittarius 6 months ago. Literally reflecting, the Hanged Man is coming through. So this person, of course, we know the story, is suspended from the tree of knowledge and they're hanging upside down, which is super uncomfortable. But that's a choice to see it that way, because this person's also gaining enlightenment, and you can see that by the crown around their head. But that 4 being shaped by their legs signifies that maybe they're looking at what is important to them and what's going to give them a solid ground now. And I think that's where we are, Scorpio, right? You've been through enough to know that nothing lasts forever. Nothing. The only truth is that everything is true. Everything shifts and changes. So the Magician shows up and says, it's about where you put your energy. Again, as within, so without. What's playing out on the world stage around you? So depending on where you live, right, we're seeing so much happen on the world stage. Truths are coming out all over the place, right? And Scorpio is experiencing karmic release, karmic cycles coming to an end, but placing you in a power position to make important decisions for your life. These are life-changing things happening in June is how it's coming through. One moment, my eye is twitching, and you guys know how it is. When spirit comes through, you start twitching and all the things. Show me more. The King of Wands comes through. That's the energy of a visionary. So I feel like here in June, new opportunities come through, and big ones as well. We've talked a lot about networking opportunities. And I will tell you this, Scorpio, in terms of, and I know that we're all very curious about our finances, but this is tied to that. This is opportunity, right? That leads to financial abundance, but I'm hearing opportunity, community, and I'm hearing reunion, which is fascinating. So let's see if the 6 of Cups comes out and what that's about. Let me look a little bit further. Tell me more about the Hanged Man, Magician, and the King of Wands. I am picking up travel energy coming through and some anxiety, right? Sleepless nights for Scorpio in the middle of the month of June. And I'm hearing by the end of June, closer to the 24th, 25th, 26th, clarity comes. And this becomes a thing of the past. There's a moment of there's a moment of constriction right? Remember, we're talking about the expansion, contraction, moment of restriction, constriction, discomfort, mid-month. Something doesn't happen exactly how you had planned, but Spirit says allow this energy to process, allow it to process. So here, well, here we've got the Knight of Wands coming through, new clarity and information comes. Thank you, Spirit. So where there was confusion and where there was doubt, like, should I do this? And you're, steadily this next couple of weeks trying to problem solve, trying to figure out if you can make something happen. And then you do get some clarity, but the Spirit says you got to hold tight because your intention is pure. That's how it's coming through. Like, what you're trying to do is in alignment with your purpose. And the new direction and information comes through rather quickly, but the 3rd to 4th week of June. And it does put you in a new direction. It allows you to make some major plays, power plays. It's communication that you did not expect. So that's important. That's very important. You have not heard this yet, so that is important. It's June 11th. Again, June 11th. You have not heard this yet. Information comes right towards the end of June. One moment. King of Wands is being 2 cards. One moment. King of Wands being clarified by the Hanged Man again. A second revision as the month closes out with the 4 of Wands. The choice that you make leads you to some serious freedom. And it is coming through like a financial power play. Silence is golden. Oh, this so much is coming. This is why I like doing readings during the full moon, man, because I'm telling you, I hear it all. Okay, so clarity comes, the clarity you seek, the direction actually you need, and a financial payout. But the ball starts rolling at the end of the month. It is not necessarily that you have it in hand at that time. So this is a larger sum that was, again, maybe not expected, but so we'll have to see how that plays out. But that is how I see June playing out. Some hustle bustle, a little bit of confusion, some constriction. You need to make some more advanced choices. So things you're getting into the nitty gritty of it all towards the end of the month. Again, general reading, Scorpio. So we're all in it on some level, right? Truths are uncovered. There's a lot of Scorpios that are in whistleblowing mode. You'll have to comment below what's going on with you, right? Also, Scorpio, I do run contests at the end of all of my readings. This particular reading's live. So what I'm going to do is whoever is on at the end of this reading who has commented, I am ready. That is what you need to comment. And if you are still on, I will pick you with somebody from the live chat, which you need to be a subscriber for. So when I'm done, I'll pick a winner and I'll do a live reading for you at the end of this reading. So comment below, I am ready, because Scorpio, you are. It's happening. So embrace it. What do we have here? I am ready. Let the universe know that you are ready for change. Look, Scorpio, big decisions coming through in July. And I love that, right? Because that means that there's something here that you didn't consider or know about. Let's look here. This person closed off, right? They don't have the big picture. They don't know everything. Possibilities. A third place solution is how I heard it said before, right? Minnow Pond says that a lot. Third place solutions. There's islands at the back of this person here, and there's a crescent moon above their head signifying more to be revealed. But Scorpio, it also says that choices need to be made, right? You can follow your gut. I feel, again, you can't go wrong here. This is another number 2 showing up. Let's look further. July, 10 of Pentacles, right? That's great. That's money in alignment, family in alignment, vision in alignment. I said this before, I'm getting wedding vibes. So you or your children, depending on what stage of life you are in, could be getting married. And so I need to acknowledge that. Congratulations. If you are in the sector of humans that are of the age of marriage and wanting to do that, and when I say at the age of marriage, let me reframe that, at childbearing age, because you can get married whenever you want. So if you're of childbearing age and you are deepening your bond with the person you're in a relationship with. Marriage vibes very strong. June, July, very strong. I'm even hearing eloping, right? Like some people might decide, like, I'm like, you travel and you and your partner are like, yes, and you elope. So that comes through. And if you are a parent of a human that could be doing all these things, you may get news that your family is expanding in August, right? Pregnancy. Lots of pregnancy energy in July, I feel. If you've been trying to get pregnant and have been frustrated, I see a new, oh, this is so specific. I see a new way to bring about a positive pregnancy. So I'm not sure if you're going to be given a new way to create that for you. Maybe a new opportunity, a new doctor, a new donor. I'm not sure, but there is a blockage that's set free. Abre camino. ¿Qué dice? Sorry. Roadblocks cleared for pregnancy July. Keep going. As a matter, I'm going to take this because it came out. What is this? The Fool. I've got the Fool card coming out with the Ace of Pentacles. So now I feel like we're going to get more into the financial aspect because June is bringing more choices, right? Choices, a little bit of anxiety happening, decisions needing to be made, offers extended, potential move. A lot's happening June, right? You don't end June the same way you started June. I'll tell you that right now. So then as we get into July, clarity starts to come about, your desire for home, for family, those Cancerian energy things, right? Stability, safety, nurturing vibes. July is overrun by that. I also do see that new job, new opportunity, new ground, right? You're covering new ground. Something else is happening here. So again, claim it, Scorpio. I am ready. Let the universe know that you are ready to start the Fool's journey with the knowledge you've gained over the last 18 months, right? Because it's been something else, hasn't it? You know it. You've been having to make decisions, plant new seeds, new intentions, and the universe is here to answer the call because you've been doing the work. Right? And if you are just starting on this journey, you have to go all in, right? There's no looking back because everything ahead of you is meant for you. And that's the journey of the next 6 months is accepting that the universe is creating a path that only you can fulfill. So the more you fight it, the harder the game of life becomes. Things change to place you in alignment with your true purpose, with your true will. And that is how you know, because things start to fall into place. And when you have large changes, you have to stop like the Hanged Man and look to determine with discernment, why is this happening, and go with the flow, right? There's a lot of that happening here. The Fool is also, sometimes... Well, I will say this. The other thing is the Fool is not naive. Yes, they're starting over, but in order to get to the Fool's position, it's because you ended with the World card, right? You've completed a chapter. That's what's happening. June brings about completions, ending, difficulties, hard truth. July allows you to focus on creating a nurturing environment for that new beginning that you're going through. Also, it's like you don't need everything under the sun to be in alignment this exact moment. You see, the Fool is a minimalist. They have this little bag here, but it's really the bag here is holding the tools of the magician, right? You're setting off on a new path, focused on bringing what's meant for you to you. All right, so give me check the cards here for career as we are looking at our finances in July. One moment. Let me get these. I love this deck. This is the Career and Money Oracle. So if you guys, I get a lot of questions about the decks I use and all this stuff. They're always linked to the shop, which is another tab on the YouTube, right? You'll see all of the cards that I use, all the stuff. So I've got 2 coming out here. One moment. Anything else? This one? Thank you. All right, in July, we're looking at things unfolding, right? Like I said, access to greater prosperity is opening up for you, Scorpio. Now, it does read it's happening a little bit slowly, right? Because you're growing as you learn, the more and more you expand. Remember, contraction, expansion. That contraction period is uncomfortable. But without contraction, too much expansion wouldn't work either. So it's a balance, right? And so things are unfolding. And that is where I believe you've got this Two of Swords, right? Things are unfolding in July. And I feel perfectly so because here we've got the card of timing, right? And we know that there are no mistakes in the universe. There are no mistakes. Trust me on that. Trust me. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is literally is a card of the divine matrix, because you see the Kabbalah back there, or not back there, but clearly printed, right? That's what this is, the tree of knowledge, tree of life, rather. There is a, how should I say this? This reads, it's all in the timing right now. Pull another card to see if you need to do it now, wait a while, or make a different decision. Well, that's interesting because before I even read that, I was having a moment and I was like, what is this trying to tell me? So let's look at it. It says pull another card, so we will. What is the timing here for Scorpio? Come July, when Scorpio is trying to make some decisions, the High Priestess. So High Priestess says, follow your intuition. And it also comes out when the universe isn't trying to shed too much light on what you've asked. But the tree of the Kabbalah is also on the back of this card. So spiritual studies increased for you in July. You may find yourself really, like I've said, picking up the tarot cards or picking up the Ouija board or whatever your divination tool is. You might be picking up more books, meeting up with a spiritual advisor. There's something here, and perhaps that's, you're seeking clarity, but we go back to the mental health, right? You also might be in July really focused on healing your mind and reducing stress seems very important. I think it's because it becomes on the heels of June. June is chaotic, but timed chaos, timed and appropriate chaos, causing the need, like I said before, who is God? What is God? Is pressure. So you feel that pressure in June and it births, right? It's that birthing pain before July shows up. July provides shifts in the home in a positive way. There's the ability to redecorate. There's the ability, the funds to spruce things up. This says give and take. So let's look at this. We've got the Fool card, the Ace of Pentacles. This reads, be open to giving and receiving to keep the flow of abundance going. Give someone a chance and ask for what your heart desires. Scorpio, the universe is not on a budget. Did you know that? The universe is not on a budget. Say that. The universe is not on a budget. Ask for more, right? Imagine you have a parent that can give you anything, but they're not gonna. They can, right? And then when you muster up the courage and the strength to say, hey, can I possibly have that? You might get a little bit of, well, why? Give me your plan. Why do you want that, right? The universe is a loving, nurturing parent and loving, nurturing provider. But you have to have a plan. You have to have direction. You have to have desire. And that parent needs to think that you're on the right track, or it's going to give you a lesson to learn so that you can redirect yourself. The universe is not on a budget. And so when you want a luxury living, or when you want new transportation, or when you need your basic needs to be met so that you can do what is your true will, the universe will meet you there. You have to ask, and you have to be intentional. You have to believe that it's possible, right? It is you that gets the gold at the end of the rainbow, but you've got to get to the end of the rainbow. And that's by understanding all of the spectrum that makes that rainbow and investigating the best path for yourself. So here with the Fool card, the Ace of Pentacles, give and take. The universe is not on a budget. Ask for more. Dream big, no big. July brings about expansion. We have contraction in June, expansion in July, and I feel expansion as well in August. So let's keep going. I hope everyone is doing well. Where's everyone from? Where's everyone from? I am in Maryland, and yeah, you know, it's getting warm outside. We've had some crazy weather with raining and stuff like that. So interesting. The Four of Swords comes out with the Ten of Swords as well. Now, it did come out in reverse, and in this case, I'm not really putting too much effort on the reverse of it all, because ultimately, I feel that August is bringing you a lot of rest and reprieve, and really the end of difficult times has, you know, like, again, you've come out through the other side. June, contraction. July, expansion. So now we've given birth. We're in August and we're resting. The universe says, take a breather. And if you look at the story this way, you can see how perfect this is. There are no mistakes. Even when it feels that way, it's not a mistake. Nothing is a mistake. So tell me more about August. Well, that was a lot. So I've got Virgo energy coming through along with Aries. We've got the Hermit and the Emperor. So Emperor, I'll tell you, is all about the building, making things happen. And as I'm looking at the Emperor number 4 here, I've got the Four of Wands here. Freedom coming to you through perhaps starting your own thing. Have you thought about it? Are you considering writing a book, starting something, building something, creating your own business, contractual stuff, right? Starting a channel. You see how that can lead to freedom. Or very much you could be marrying an Aries if you want to be all blunt about it, because somebody's getting married here. So we're going to put that down. The Hermit card comes through. Let me see. I'm getting pings for a settlement coming through end of August to September. That's what the Hermit's telling me, that you've been waiting. You've been waiting patiently. You've been waiting. And so this isn't for everyone. And I feel like this is a matter. There's so many of us on this call. So I'm sorry. But yeah, something. You get cash in hand September. Also, this isn't necessarily just a lawsuit. Remember, let's go back to June, those people that were moving and selling homes and all this stuff, right? So, oh, that makes sense, right? So there's something here. Ow, sorry, I got a ping. There's something here about moving and getting, oh my God, that's so painful. And getting the money then. Let me hydrate because they're killing me over here. That's another thing, Scorpio, stay hydrated. You know, I get a lot of clients asking me, Stasi, I'm hearing the pings and I'm seeing the numbers, and is this real? Am I going crazy? You're not going crazy, child. Drink a lot of water, write down what's happening, write down your full moon, new moon's workings, go look at the results later on. Like, it's a thing. You're fine. You're fine, but yeah, it hurts, it's uncomfortable, and you gotta stay grounded. So let's keep going. Okay, thank you. Travel insurance. For those of you traveling, and I'm going to have to say this because they're not letting this go. If you are planning a trip that's going to require you to be in the sky, in the air, and you need to travel during the following months, end of September, October, November. For right now, they're going to include the first week of December. Get travel insurance if it's within your budget. Yes, I'm going to leave it at that respectfully. There's a lot. I'm getting way too much. So I will say this. Get travel insurance if it's within your budget. Just go with the flow. If you're redirected, it will be out of your control what happens. When you travel, it's always a great idea to air tag everything that you carry, right? Everything. Air tag everything. Your children, your car, all of it. 1 second. Expect that there could be some delays, and make sure that your carry-on has everything that you need. Literally all your medications, don't play around. And also, I'm feeling like I have to say this specifically for the month of, okay, it's the 4 weeks, the last 2 in October and the first 2 in November. Don't think that you could get away with putting anything in your bag that they say you shouldn't. And I'm going to leave it at that. Let's keep going. Okay. I have to say it because it's somebody that's watching. All right, so here we go. I've got 2 cards. What do you want here? One more, please. Thank you. So, 1 second. Yeah, there is a lot of communication happening in August. You could be hearing from somebody in your family. That's the other thing I'm getting, like someone in your family. I have to say this too. Don't lend out your money. I preach that all the time. In August, you're going to have a family member like, hey, can I get, no, you can't. No, the answer is no. I don't care how close they are to you. The answer is no, because this is not the first time they have asked you. So if this is like an adult child trying to move back into your spot after you just got them out, no. Right. So do what you want. I'm just telling you, the cards are suggesting that it's everyone's time for freedom. They have to learn to walk, to crawl, all the things. So allow for a little bit of discomfort. No one's going to die at the end of this. Allow people to fulfill their own destiny by stepping into it. Page of Wands also says, like, do the thing, have the fun, take the trip. August is a big deal. There's celebrations going on. I feel like you do come out of hiding, and also you make some big decisions. For the businesses, if you have a business, a side hustle, it might become your main hustle in August. I see a potential for a new clientele as well. So maybe you do you make an addition to your business, you sell a new product. If you're a real estate agent, I see something great happening for the month of August as well. And it may not necessarily be tied to like the sale of a home or the profit from a sale. This is more about turning your business. And this is going to apply to all Scorpios. So give me 1 second, and not just real estate agents and not just people that are working. So, but this premonition right now is coming through for like real estate agent. Let's say the market takes a turn and you have to pivot your business. Classes, right? Teaching people how to glow up during this time, teaching them about economy, right? And so this is going to actually spill over to many Scorpios, redefining your business plan and attracting a new stream of clients because you pivot your business to stay with the times. Oof, that's a lot. One moment. With the Emperor, 443. 443. 443. So 4s are numbers of stability, business. 3s, creation, free adventure. So this is something also that's going to be profitable. I'll say that. I'll say it's profitable, but you know, and you have a much better picture, right, by August of what you're doing. So let's talk about the 3 of Wands. When I talk about freedom here, it's because this, let me get here. It's backwards for me, guys. Bear with me. So you see how the staves here, right? They like basically form a number 11. It's a gateway to freedom. These people are celebrating. Here you've got the yellow on the back of the card, and that's showing like the energy of the sun and positive vibes, good things happening. And the Emperor is very solid and grounded. And I will say this, they look very stoic, right? And the emperor is wearing armor underneath of this beautiful robe, saying like, they're ready. And so are you, Scorpio. Comment below. I am ready. They're ready, but they're also ready and guarded. So August might challenge your belief systems around money, as will June. Okay. Taking this leap of faith, starting this business or going all in on it is going to challenge your belief systems about finances and what your worthiness, which is a very much happening today with the second house vibes, Sagittarius energy. Like, am I worthy? Can I do this? Am I deserving? Is it bad for me to want a luxury lifestyle? Like, you're conflicted in the philosophy you carry around energetics of money and abundance. But come August, you get a lot more clarity and you see the writing on the wall. Also, you see in this Three of Wands, all three staves are rooted firmly in the ground, which is different than, I know I saw it earlier, than the Two of Wands energy, where they're not quite grounded in their ideas and what they're going to be doing. Like I said, new income comes in, a new idea. I have to bring it back up. Real estate agents, right? Making pivots, including classes, money management, things like that come through. And that happens in August all around. Scorpio gets very curious. How do I manage my money? So, and I have to say this as well with respect. If you do get money from various sources, including governmental sources, just I would say that there could be some shifts globally happening and you may need to pivot on your income sources. So it is a good time to pursue opening up a business, even if it is just a hobby, to give you some sort of way to make extra. Give me one moment. So let's look at September and October, because those months are right before our solar return. So I'm going to, with respect, put these cards to the side. How's everybody doing? Mama Casey, hola, hola. Sherry, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I am so grateful. Has everyone done some full moon intentions? Right? Here we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Discernment coming through as we get to the September, October months. Remember, I said August, extra money comes through September, right? Things are being paid, debts being cleared for you and to you. So you owe money, it's being cleared before your solar return, before our solar return. Debts cleared, debts paid, ties broken, you the straggler people that have just kind of been in your life forever, you kind of just clear that out. There is a big move in August for money, for building August, September. It is. And so Knight of Pentacles coming through. I feel like you might not spend as much money in September. Making big plans. Keep going, please. 9 and 9 again, and 10 of Swords again. Interesting. Let me clarify these, because I'm picking up this energy of like hesitation from your end, Scorpio. Hesitation about like, things are going really good. Do I want to entangle myself in this? So what is this? What are you telling us, please? With emphasis. 9s again? Interesting. Scorpio. The numbers are always popping off on my channel. So we've got the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. The King, or the Knight of Pentacles, Justice card, 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands. So we're looking at the months of September, October, and I am showing Libra energy coming through, balancing of the scales. We did talk about already having funds in hand from a court case resolving. So this does time up. This does line up because we go from the 9 of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. So 9 of Wands, remember I said how the Emperor is wearing the armor under their cloak, right? Well, this is what happens when you have to wear that armor all month long. There's an exhaustion here. And with the Knight of Pentacles, there's some discernment as well. Like, where are you going to plant that pentacle? Remember, we got with that Fool card, the Ace of Pentacles. Well, the Knight's holding that Ace of Pentacles. And there is thought put into, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give it my all and I'm going in, but I'm not going to allow my energy just to, run out this time. I've got to do things differently. There is a balance. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Spirit guide just interrupted me. Yes, this is about balancing. Look. September. So let's go. September, October, bringing balance into what was and where you are now. So 9 of Wands, right? Where you've had to be guarded and just like working, getting stuff done, feeling a little bit of exhaustion, lots of changes. And now you're in a position, 9 of Cups, where you're like more relaxed. You're ready to have people come to your home. You're not in boxes. You're not in, it's 9, the 9 here. Things are coming to an end. You're getting some balance and having more freedom. Difficult journey comes to an end again. So I think that when we start with the 10 of Swords earlier in the year in June, right? We talked about that just a few cards ago. It shows up again, I think, because now the hustle and bustle of the changes is coming to an end, right? So lots of change in June. July is more calm. August, a lot of energy to do the thing, to have the fun. September, things start calming down again and you're buckling down. So we've got the Ace of Wands as well. So some excitement as we approach our solar return. I feel like Scorpio is going to be again taking maybe some moves to travel again at the end of the year, which if it's within your means, it will be very good for you to do. Let's take a look more at October and November finances. We've got honest work. Remember how I went back and I said that many people are going to be revising their business plan, attracting new clientele, and having a new stream of income for them? It's because of some changes that you made. This reads honest work. It's okay to have a job that isn't very glamorous. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process and not a quick fix. I feel like you're grinding away at this, but not for someone else. Like, this is you perfecting your craft. Outside forces. Here we go. So as you get closer to your solar return, this says unknown figures are driving the situation and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon and you will be okay. I feel like this is an experience that you're having, Scorpio, where it's someone or something outside of your immediate control, right? Well, nothing's within your control. All we have is a sphere of influence. But this isn't your doing, right? Like, this is a friend, a kid, a neighbor, somebody's doing some shit and you're like, oh, not this. I don't have the space for it. That's what it feels like. Because remember I said somebody's going to be knocking on your door for some money? There's a theme here. So again, it's a general reading. Don't shoot the messenger. Just the bottom line is someone might be trying to deplete you because you've been available before. But see, you don't come out, like I said, in June, the same person you started. So where you might have been at one point like, oh my gosh, here, I have all the time in the world for you and your kids and this and that. Come July 1st, you're like, oh child, no, you better go start a bank account somewhere with somebody else. That's how it's coming across. So then the person or situation might test you again as you get closer to your solar return. And I feel like there is a family member or members or situation that you thought like, and then they come back. So that won't be for everyone. It might even be like that, you know, it doesn't feel like an ex. This feels like blood family. And I just heard if this is specific, if you have been looking for your blood family, your family of origin, answers come as you approach your solar return. Okay. I will say that. Interesting. So I wish you the best of luck, Scorpio, if that is you. That's, you know, interesting. You know, because there's a push here. Aw. I was going to say there's a push here for Scorpio to know their origin, their background, and do some healing. And then Sagittarius, temperance energy comes up. So I'm with respect, I'm going to step away from that, but it's happening, right? You might find that piece of information you need. All right. So now Queen of Pentacles. Hello. Okay. We're going back in. I don't know. She just popped out. So now let's look at our solar return and the end of the year. What do we have going on? You know, the Queen of Pentacles is letting me know I put her away too quick. She'll come back out. But this is saying, again, heed the warning, because now we're at the end of 2025. You're going to be attracting all kinds of stragglers who are looking for that Queen of Pentacles energy from you. But if this person or these people or these situations have overall been draining, you've already cut ties, no changes have been made, the advice is to continue your path and allow them the dignity to find their own without you, separate from you. This is especially important if you, again, if you've really cut ties for your own betterment, because you've done healing. Don't expect that because somebody knocks on your door that you need to answer it. Oh, all right. Let's keep going. Tell me more about the end of the year. Again, guys, comment, I am ready. Let the universe know that you are ready for these next 6 months to bring you your full potentiality, to let you know, to guide you for where it is that you will find the biggest bang for your energy. Where is the path of least resistance? Four of Swords. Again, relax as we get towards the end of the year. It's a time of rest, right? The winter comes, depending on where you live, right? But it is that time to just... Four of Cups coming on the heels of the Four of Swords. And earlier we had the Four of Swords with the Emperor, number 4. So I guess this reading is all about the next 6 months, the expansion and contraction of our foundation, right? Things get shaken up and we rebuild. Things get shaken up and we lay down a better foundation. Remember that the upset is a symptom to let you know, hey, you got to add more to that foundation or else it's all going to fall to shit. So it's just the universe letting you know that's not strong enough. Go back, add more, right? You need more concrete. You need more love. You need more something in that foundation. Number of getting grounded. And it's also a number of you know, your money, right? With you, and that's the way I'm seeing it. I'm seeing like the 4 corners. Alignment. Foundation. There's a trust. That's interesting. 1 second. Whew. I'm craving this drink. 1 moment. Literally just coffee, but my mother is one of my guides, as many of you know, and she is a coffee drinker. So is 5 of Cups. Why are you sticking out? I just heard come December, November, December, the end of November. 1 second. Sagittarius season. Let's just start with that. So Sagittarius season comes and I'm hearing be mindful of your mental health. Do everything you can for the 6 months leading up to the end of the year. So starting now, pay close attention to your mental health. We are more prone for the next 6 months to experience things more deeply. And even if you're a healed Scorpio and doing all the work, your feelings, I feel, get fucked up a little bit, like at the end of the year. For there's something here. It's just like, oh, and the universe says, listen, if you take the advice and you have the right tools in place and you don't isolate and you make sure to just take care of yourself, you're going to be okay. And it'll just be a period of reflection. Otherwise, this could be a very heavy time. There might be there might be a great loss happening at the end of November to December. It may not, and I don't feel that this is unexpected. This could be like, I'm so sorry, Scorpio. This could be like the passing of someone, not sudden, but again, bringing something heavy to the end of the year. So the universe says the advice here is just to have support. If you are a person whose energy is heavily tied to the holidays, right? Now is a time to examine, starting now, not then, starting now. Now is a time to examine, what are those ties? What are those energetic ties to that thought form of holiday? Why is that so important to you? And how can you reframe that? Right? Because you don't need to celebrate a heavy loop that doesn't serve you. I have to say this is very specific. If you are a person who has done the work for the path of Alcoholics Anonymous, what is it? NA, AA, or anything like that, where you've done if you are a person that has done any type of work through a 12-step program of any kind of work like that, take special care and attention to your addictions and afflictions in December, specifically 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week. Because what is normally controllable is coupled by a larger, again, not unexpected, but still very heavy energy. And this is a time where you will find yourself being tested. So it's important to have support, because this too shall pass, and it will actually pass. And to see yourself through the other side of this is going to be of a great benefit. But also for those who do find themselves slipping for any reason, the energy that comes forward to assist you through this difficult time changes the trajectory of your life in the best possible way. You are not alone. Okay. Whew, that was something. What? So, Gemini energy, as we are closing out the year and we start off this reading with choices. Remember that this was our first card, choice. And I'll see if I can read it, Scorpio, but I got to be honest with you. I'm at that stage of life where no puedo decir, I cannot. Yeah, I can't help you, but it does say choice, right? And so here we've got the Lover's card, and that's Gemini energy number 6. But this is about a choice, being at a crossroads, right? The devil comes knocking at your door in December. That's it, right? Devil energy is anything that you've been getting out of. And I'm going to tell you specifically why it's coming out. You know why? Because in the beginning, right now, today, as this being the full moon in Sag, right? When we get to the new moon in Sagittarius, the afflictions and addictions and all the stuff that you've left really come to an end by the time we're in December. However, this is a time of year that historically will put you at that crossroads. The universe says, you sure you're ready to walk away from this for good? As long as you say yes, you're going to be okay. And if you say, no, I'm not ready, then the universe will simply grant you the time you need for healing, right? That's all that happens. It's not like you go to jail over this, right? Like, so just understand that whenever someone has, not whenever someone, whenever you have a slip up, you go back in time for a second for whatever that is, it's not the end of the world, right? It's, you need more time to figure things out, and that's okay. So here we are, and that is our reading for the next 6 months. I'm going to do a shadow work and then a card of manifestation before I turn this over to you guys and pick a winner. Guys, I am so proud of Scorpio, and I am so proud of the work that we have done to get this far. I will tell you that. I do want to check one more thing before I go to the shadow work. One moment. I want to pull something else. Give me 1 second. Yes. All right. This reads good luck and seal. Now, the reason I wanted to go back was because remember we saw the justice card coming through, and then I was talking about the nines. We had the 9 of wands, and then we had the 9 of cups. 9 of wands is all about like wounded warrior, whatever. But I think it's somebody who's been through it. And you're not going to mess with them anymore, right? I mean, I'm not going up to a 9 of wands and thinking that they're so wounded they can't handle it. I'm thinking, oh, they have a plan and they know how to get out of it. So 9 of wands turning into the 9 of cups. That's great. That's now that Libra energy that was with it was the justice card, the fulcrum, right? The central point. I feel a lot of balance coming into your life, but I also feel like that balance is bringing you good fortune, right? Where there's been struggle in the past, there's good fortune ahead. This reads literally good luck. It reads your fortune is improving and you will get a lucky break soon. Yes, I want a lucky break. You want a lucky break? I'm ready. I'm ready. Collect nuggets of wisdom. You will need them in the near future. Oh, Scorpio, you know I always talk about us being the bone collector. I mean, maybe those nuggets of wisdom and collections do you some good. Because this reads seal. Business contracts, documents, gift of money. For those of you that are getting married, have a post-nup, a pre-nup, a during-nup, all the nups. You think you know. Don't get cute. Get your contracts, right? I'm up there. I've done it. Get your contracts. Sign them. You know who you are. Business contract, documents, gift of money, career. You could do well writing. Clerical. Paperwork or staying put. Yeah, I mean, basically, Scorpio, a lot of us are going to do really good from putting out digital products, writing something, being on, a channel, anywhere where you can express yourself, it's going to do you some good, even if it's just to blow off some steam. But I'm telling you, you can make money doing that, even if you didn't expect it. When you're authentic and you're just yourself, people buy into that, right? So just be you, Scorpio. Nobody else can do it. No one else. Oh, Scorpio, this reads number 31. 3 + 1 is 4. This is like the reading of fours. So 3 again is the number of creation, and we had this earlier, except we had it reversed. So 3 is the number of creation. I feel like you are going to be creating a whole new self, right? 1 is the number of identity, yourself, you. So this is you creating a whole new you, but this is loneliness versus connection. To create, for the 1 to see itself, you need 3. And I feel like this is a situation where the universe grants you your biggest dreams, all that you've wanted, the minute you put yourself in alignment with your true purpose and those who are also in alignment with the vibration you're putting out, right? So if you are, put it this way, let's say you're a mover and a shaker, right? And you're like type A personality, and you're moving. And then somehow in your creative space, you are surrounded by people, like me, right? Like I am more type B nowadays, right? Like I definitely want to create and do the thing, but I have energy when I have energy. I'm a spoonie, right? It just is what it is. I have the energy I have. I can't really keep a schedule. I know what works for me. So I don't do well with somebody who's like, I'm the only person that can run the ship, right? That's it. And so I know myself. And I think that that's where you have to know yourself as well. But when you start aligning with people that have similar ideas and goals, not just like you, but similar on the same frequency, things start to align and a lot more gets accomplished, right? I see you bouncing ideas off of other people and getting feedback and networking, and that the universe appreciates. You're putting out good work product into the universe, like good juju, right? You're doing good things. And good things doesn't have to be extravagant. It could just be that, you are kind. And maybe when you hold the door open for someone, silently you say to yourself, may the next person who touches this have all they desire. Watch your life change because you do that. So loneliness versus connection, connecting with others will grant you a new path ahead. And again, networking is going to be very important. Opportunities come through financially, but emotionally as well. And I see a lot of, you know how I was talking about like the heavier months potentially of December. There's also, I'm seeing the 5 of Cups in my mind, and that 5 of Cups came out during that shuffle, and it was in that last line. The universe says, even though there might be something heavy going on, there's new life over here that requires your attention. So yes, acknowledge the heavy, but the moment you decide to turn around, everything is already there, right? You have a beautiful life. Turn around. That's beautiful. All right, keep going. What can we manifest? Remember, Scorpio, I am ready. Let me see that you've documented that so I can pick you from the live chat. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It is life-changing for me because it lets YouTube know that you guys like to watch it. And then they push it. And then I can make more. This reads, I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become a reality. And it's true, it is enough. You are enough. You are perfect. You are perfectly made in His image. Who is His image? It is you. You are the creator. You are the co-creator. You are the universe. Okay? I trust that my powerful intention, will, and desire, combined with my faith, are enough to allow my vision to become a reality. Whose vision would it be if not yours? And who can do it if not you? The next 6 months are going to test you, and they're going to also gift you. And you will know when you are on the right path. Things will align. You will know when you need to make adjustments because things will constrict. If you see those constrictions to your expansion as a loving redirection, just like you would to your own child, to your own toddler, thumbing through things, right? You would gently say, no, not there. No, not there. No, not there, right? You see how it gets stronger and stronger? Listen to Mother Earth. She's talking. So, trust in your powerful intentions, Scorpio. All right, guys, this will end the live reading before I go into the free mini read for someone that I'm going to pick out of the live chat. So for now, remember that we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, Scorpio, and we really are doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. And until next time, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Scorpio, thank you so much for your time and shine brightly. All right. Who is on the chat? Hey, Swag fan. What is a swag? I know it's like, I ask you this every time and I swear I'm saying your name wrong. All right. Hello. Let's go. Yes. All right. Gosh, guys, thank you so much. All right. Mojo Tarot. Hey guys, if you are looking for a good tarot reader, a great tarot reader, Mojo Tarot is on here, right? Dreama Lynn, Travel and Tarot, she's on here. Intuitive Gems comes through. So I want to just do a shout out to our tarot readers. So many of us on here. If you are a tarot reader and you have a channel, drop it in the comments. Like, I'm not one of those people, right? Drop it in. Let me go check out your work. I'm always looking for, good channels and good vibes. So who has won? Closing the eyes, and boom. Who is this? Gloria. Gloria girl, how you doing? So Gloria, congratulations. Gloria is a longtime subscriber, client, all the things. Love you, girl. All right, honey. Let's see Gloria. And guys, if you want to hang out, because Gloria is awesome and she would love your energy. So let's all, first of all, give Gloria a little shout out. Hey. And let's just take a deep breath. And if you're going to be on this chat with us, and let's go ahead and give her all of the positive juju that we have to offer. And let's just clear this space. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, interdimensional beings, please come through for Gloria. Let's clear this energy and clear this space. And on this full moon in Sagittarius, bring through the highest and best messages for Gloria today. All right, my love, I hope you are doing well. I see you every once in a while on the gram. Guys, don't forget, I'm on Instagram too if you want to just show me some more love. All right, so let's get a look at what's going on with Gloria. What can you tell me, please? All right, Gloria, I have you here looking at the Seven of Pentacles, like, wondering, are things going to change, right? Is something's got to give. There's some frustration happening here for sure. For sure, we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, sweetie. I don't love this for you. Listen, Five of Pentacles, I'm just going to show you the card. Look, you see on this particular deck, there's some sadness here, okay? And there's an upset and isolation and loneliness. This particular card has so much imagery that we're going to go through it. In this Five of Pentacles, this five up here is in the shape of you, right? A person, a star. And the light is shining upon that star because you are a star. And the universe says, look up, sweetie, look up, right? Where you are here is temporary. You are halfway there. Where is there? It's either halfway down or halfway up. It's either halfway towards the light, or you're going to go down into the depths to get the lessons that you need so that you can recognize where the light is. Because Gloria, the one thing, and this is for anybody who's still on here, you don't even know what light looks like until you're in the dark. And that's why polarities are so important. That's why we have to exist in a space of darkness to see the light. And sometimes when the light is so bright, you can't see then either. So you have to get into the darkness. So both are important. But the universe says, I want you to look up, lift up your head and see what's above you, see what is available. There is also a keyhole right here signifying opportunity. Seven of Pentacles, right? This is Seven of Pentacles. Like, when is all of the effort that I have put into boom, 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 going to give me the results? I've done the work, right? I've prayed. I've been nice. I quit the job. I ended the relationship. I put energy into myself. When is it going to come my way? Let's find out. Soon, I'll tell you that. Because here we have the Hanged Man, number 12. You know the story. You've been with me for a while. 1 + 2 is 3. 1, 2, 3. One foot in front of the other, Gloria, right? Nothing's going to happen overnight because we didn't get here overnight, right? We're halfway there. Where's there? Either up or down, but we're in the middle part. So it's about intention, a choice. So while you're in this central position And you have the time and the opportunity and the ability to discern where you put your energy because you're not in crisis, right? And when you get into a place of crisis, the discernment goes out the window. You have to survive at that point. You're not there. You're at a place where discernment's possible. You're at a place where choice is possible. So stop and make that decision, but choose yourself. Because if you don't, we go back to the depths of this, because that means that you are not ready to accept the light yet. You're not ready to accept the lessons. Here we've got the King of Swords. King of Swords is about clarity. This also could be a third-party professional, an attorney, a doctor, an arbitrator. You could be dealing with a masculine air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. One moment. Let me look further. Hello. Hey, Gloria. Yes, ma'am. It is meant to be. I'm not going to ask you anything personal because we are not on a private reading, but I got the Magician card coming through. You turn things around. One second. Listen, Gloria, you know how I was saying earlier, and this is something that comes up often for you and me when we talk. If somebody comes knocking on your door for help and assistance, it would be to your best interest to have a third person mediate, to assist, to be the interpreter, negotiator, or communicator, to allow yourself some distance so that you can make decisions from a place of discernment instead of a place of fear. So and that's what I feel. I feel like you might have too many energies relying on you or asking of you or taking from you, right? And right now, the universe says you have choices to make for yourself. There is a need for you to focus on your financial well-being and your health before you can give and give and give. So the numbers of the fours that we were pulling up over and over again, the universe is saying that is your reminder that unless you put your unless you put your oxygen mask on first, you are then working from a place of survival. And you've come too far to be surviving. The choice to thrive is available, but it must be made by you, and again, only you. Because part of the successful formula, right, would be for you to release the skin you are in and allow yourself the ability to move free of guilt. You harm no one when you work in your best interest. You harm all when you deplete your resources by allowing your mind and soul to believe that someone should be above you. Don't hand your power over to others just because they feed you a good story. That came through. I've got the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. Inviting travel and fun into your life. And this is funny because it actually, if you can, and I know you're going to believe me, but you did cross my mind earlier today about travel and the solar return. It did. I was like, I'll have to tell you another time, but it did cross my mind. So I've got the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. You might find yourself having a great deal of fun later in the year if you decide to take a trip or do something that would be otherwise unplanned, right? This is like a little bit spur of the moment, but it's the release that you need, and it brings you closer to, what is this? You might be meeting somebody. Hold on. Oh, Gloria, is it time? Are you still single? Wait, Gloria, I know you're still there. I know you're there. Comment below. Are you, because I don't know. I feel like somebody's coming your way. Did you meet somebody? I feel like maybe you are meeting somebody. Maybe that was the King of Swords. although I still think that you need to hire somebody to help out if certain things happen, and you know what I'm talking about. But hold on. Is there a love interest for? But who is this? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I've got the Empress coming through and the Page of Pentacles. This is a lot of Earth energy. You could be attracting an Earth sign. That would be good. That would be good for you. That would be good. I like that. I like that. I like that. Seven of Swords. What are you doing? 1 second. Queen of... Okay, well, listen. I have multiple people. I feel intuitively like that King of Swords, besides being an indicator that you could hire someone if certain situations come up in your life. I also feel like you could be meeting a very intelligent... Two players are coming up. I have a younger Earth sign and maybe somebody who, like a Taurus, Capricorn. No, where did I get Capricorn from? 1 second. Who? Maybe a Taurus. Listen, the point is I don't think that this is a love interest. I don't know if you're dealing with a Taurus on any level. I feel that strongly. If you're dealing with a Taurus on any level, you might find yourself feeling like they're lying to you or something along those lines, and you're not wrong. So, Hey, Diana. I don't know, Gloria. This is interesting because this kind of does give an energy like, look, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise. This feels like your family's expanding. Like, I don't know, like you could find out that, and I'm not sure how this would happen, but you could find out that you are, like, your son's having a child or someone else in your family is having a child. I'm not sure, but there is an energy here of like you really seeing something for what it's worth in the upcoming months and making some different decisions. And then I see a lot of freedom here of 9 of Cups. So, Laura, you're going to have to take that how it resonates, but ultimately I just see that the universe definitely is asking you to invite more fun into your life and to allow things to play out for others as they need to. Don't get depleted in other people's bullshit, right? And allow yourself to invite new energy into your life. As far as a partner, I feel like that could be coming. You might really meet somebody towards the end of this year. But if you do come across somebody who is a younger Earth sign, right? And you feel like they're not being honest about something, whether that be a family member or a lover, then I would say follow your instinct. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for all of your time, your likes, your shares, and subscribes. I am going to have the weekly reading out. It will come out tomorrow at noon. So stay tuned, and thanks again for stopping by. I love you guys. Have a great week ahead.